Welcome. Would you please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, thank you. Roll call, please.
Of course. Councilmember Kelly.
Present.
Councilmember Turner is absent. Councilmember Perkins.
Here.
Councilmember Armstrong.
Here.
Councilmember Granillo.
Here.
Vice Mayor Mendoza.
Here.
Mayor Miller.
Here.
And our town attorney, Andrew McGuire, is remotely.
Hey, Andrew. All right, introductions, presentations, and proclamations. We have a presentation and update from Mackenzie Rogers with Arizona Public Service. Hi.
Hi, all. Let's see. Honorable Mayor and esteemed council, my name is Mackenzie Rogers, and I'm the Northern Arizona Division Director for APS. Providing safe and reliable energy is our top priority, and as an Arizona born and raised company for over 135 years, we are all in for Arizona, and reliability and safety are number one for APS. The only thing more important to us as a company than reliability is safety for our customers and the communities that we serve. Arizona, especially northern Arizona, faced a heightened wildfire threat due in part to more residential developments in the forest or continued build-out of the wildland-urban interface in combination with climate disruption and changing forest structure. So I'm here to tell you what APS is doing to support public safety in coordination with the first responders, forest management agencies, both year-round as well as during the highest fire risk season. Not work? There we go. This is not new to APS. For many years, we've completed these fire risk reduction measures in an effort to protect our customers, communities, and equipment. In 2020, our state saw over 2,500 fires across the state throughout the year. That's 700 more than we saw in 2019. 21% of those were in Yavapai County. Every fire season's different. However, based on early numbers, and what we've seen, a substantial increase in the risk this year. In 2020, up through April, 80 fires were tracked. In the same period in 2021, we saw over 300, and the Tussock fire in Crown King is obviously one of those a little earlier in the season than we're accustomed to. The majority of these are human-caused due to dragging chains or not putting campfires out in the forest. However, these fires can start or spread into areas where we have equipment, and we want to protect and ensure that customers have the resources they need to protect their homes. Together, we can be prepared. The APS Comprehensive Fire Mitigation Plan is broken down into 3 areas: prevention, mitigation, and response. And I'll walk through each of these plans over the next couple slides. Our prevention measures include maintaining and clearing right-of-ways and ensuring that we mitigate fuels around our infrastructure. We also complete pole-by-pole inspections of every distribution feeder in a cycle, and each troubleman's required to sign off that they certify that they've reported all concerns on each pole. In addition to the above, each area has teams identified to patrol and correct any concerns in heavily vegetated areas. These patrols cover over 4,400 miles across the state, and 1,500 of that is in Yavapai County. During these patrols, we physically walk down every line, and we use drones and UTVs to put eyes on the condition of every piece of equipment. Our Defensible Space Around Poles, or DSAP program, is similar to the Defensible Space Around Your Homes and includes clearing of hazardous fuels around equipment poles. Together we can prepare, and we have a number of customer programs and tips on aps.com/wildfire safety that'll help you create a defensible space and allow you to work safely around our power lines. This is a photo of our DSAP program in action, so you can see the clearing around 10 feet around this equipment pole. And this translates to faster restoration of service to customers, but also safety of the first responders and firefighters during the fire event by keeping the infrastructure intact. These are some examples of customer programs available on aps.com. I'll just quickly point out our public safety line here. If you see anything that looks unsafe, please call and we'll send a troubleman out to ensure the area is safe. So the phone number is here. It's also on our website. We know that not everyone appreciates the craftsmanship that goes into power lines like I do. So we also provide a Right Tree, Right Place program that shows natural vegetation that can be planted to shield the view of the lines and support sustainable vegetation without creating a safety concern by providing enough clearance to the lines to prevent trees from falling into the lines and creating outages. Also on our site, we have safety tips related to creating a defensible space around our home, which I mentioned, and here are some just quick tips that you can do around your home, trimming ladder fuels, cleaning your roof and gutters, and this even applies in areas where you don't necessarily have trees, but you have grasslands or natural vegetation that could spread. So those are some of the items we can do to prepare prior to fire season, but now I'll focus on changes to our protocols during high fire risk season. So we will be sending postcards and emails to all customers with homes and businesses in high fire risk areas, and that'll include some of these safety and fire-wise tips, as well as a notification that they could experience longer than normal outages. These longer than normal outages are a result of our increased operations protocol, that if a fault occurs on the line that causes the power to go out, before we turn the lights back on, we ensure our first responders patrol sections of that line with additional rigor throughout the summer months. This could result in normal than longer outages because often these patrols are in the middle of the night or across very difficult terrain. However, we have local journeymen available 24/7 to identify the concern, and then a number of local area crews to respond to any repairs that are required. So again, while reliability is something we pride ourselves in at APS, our APS promise is to do what is right for Arizona, and we prioritize the safety of our customers and community above the reliability of our services. However, we're also leveraging more technology and strategically installing thousands of fault indicators across our system. So these, if you've seen them on the line, they are not a camera, but they will just blink a light and help identify the trouble location, even if it's in the middle of the night. And we're also adding devices this year that'll allow us to quickly isolate the customers directly affected by the fault and reroute the power to the other customers to get them back on sooner while we repair the issue. We realize any disruption of power is a major inconvenience to customers, so we're trying to get the word out in as many different ways to communicate the reason behind these protocols and ensure that we prepare together as much as possible. You can download the APS app or go to aps.com for access to our outage map, which includes updates and estimated restoration times for outages. And also, please sign up for text alerts because you will receive an update on outages specific to your home or business right on your phone. However, contrary to popular belief, we don't automatically know when you're out of power. So if you please call and report, the more people that report, the quicker we're able to identify and prioritize outages on the system, especially during a storm that affects multiple areas. So please make sure you download that app. It's a one-click to report an outage if you have the app. If your power does go out in the summer, here are a few reminders. Please don't approach or go near down power lines. And it's probably best to prepare an outage bag in advance that has flashlights, batteries, and portable cell phone chargers. Also, another fun fact is food can keep up to 8 hours in a refrigerator and up to 24 hours in a freezer if you don't open the door. Additionally, in the event of a longer outage, you can purchase bags of ice to put in your freezer to keep your food fresh. And you can mail your receipts to APS for reimbursement, up to 40 pounds of wet ice or 20 pounds of dry ice. So keep those receipts. Finally, we have a team of fire mitigation specialists that respond to local incident command in conjunction with our local fire agencies to protect our communities. We have trained, prepared local support available 24/7. Any questions?
Questions? How many power poles are there in Yavapai County?
I don't know. We've got, in
A
Yavapai
lot.
County, we got over,
I was just curious.
A lot.
yeah, over 200,000 customers.
Yeah, I was just
But
curious.
I don't know. I'll find that out, Jack,
I
and
was
I'll
just
let you
curious.
know.
Thank you.
Thank you very
you.
much.
Okay, Aaron.
Call to the public. Call to the public is an opportunity for the public to address the council on any issue within the jurisdiction of the council that is not on the agenda. Public comment is encouraged. Individuals are limited to speak for 3 minutes. The total time for call to the public may be up to 30 minutes per meeting. Council action taken as a result of public comment will be limited to directing staff to study the matter, scheduling the matter for further consideration and decision at a later date, or responding to criticism. Individuals who wish to speak, please state your first and last name and if you reside in Chino Valley town limits.
All right, is anybody here for call to public? Okay, having none, we'll move on. Current event summaries and reports. This item is for information only. The mayor, any council member, or town manager may present a brief summary or report of current events. If listed below, they may also be a presentation on information requested by the mayor and council, and questions may be answered. No action will be taken. I don't have anything. Anybody on this side?
No.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, everyone. I have a few things. Officer McNally, I see you back there. So, National Law Enforcement Memorial Week is May 9th through the 15th. So this is a special shout out to our Chino PD for a couple different reasons. The little cards you guys are leaving on businesses, keeping watch when you can't. Do you have one? Okay, those are so greatly appreciated, and I don't know if you hear that enough or not, but a lot of businesses have said thank you to me personally for that. It just makes them feel secure when they're not there. It just makes them feel safe. Additionally, my son and his friends were playing basketball last night here locally. They're adults, but it was later in the evening, and we had a patrol car. The two officers get out and play hoops with them. Just to have fun, just shooting hoops with them. It was a great time. The kids loved it. And I say kids, but they're 20 plus. They just loved it. It went on their Snapchat story, for that matter. So that's my personal thank you to our Chino PD. Also, thanks to the Chino Valley Police Foundation fundraiser with Hertz Donuts of Tempe, the goal was to sell 100 dozen donuts, and then 100 dozen donuts. I ordered two dozen. The goal was dirty dozens. I believe they hit their goal, and there's a dodgeball tournament for the 8th graders versus the PD on, where is it? Is it Thursday? Yeah, Thursday. I'll be there. I tell my kids to tell the school resource officer that the 8th graders are going to kick their butts. So just shout out, special thanks to our PD, special thanks to the Chino Valley Police Foundation, which brings me into my next subject. This past Saturday at the 9/11 Memorial, which is a cooperative project with the town and the Police Foundation, Parks and Rec, we were able to lay the bricks that have been pre-ordered.
Oh, good.
So it was a special honor for me to be able to be a part of that and to lay the bricks. So There is still room on the other areas, but Patriots Path is complete. So it needs to have the sand and whatnot, but the bricks have been laid, and that was amazing. And Scott, I saw yours. Yeah. So just thank you, everyone that's being positive impact in our community. We see it and we appreciate it. Thank you. That's all I have.
Yeah, well, thanks to the town for the free dump day this past week on Friday and Saturday. I don't know how many people took advantage of it, but I got coerced into taking 5 loads over there myself. I won't mention who coerced me, though.
Nothing? You guys good? Okay, we're gonna move on.
Our town manager?
Oh, she's under the weather. She cares not to speak because she'll start coughing. Allergies.
Allergies.
Consent agenda. All those items listed below are considered to be routine and may be enacted by one motion. Any council member may request to remove an item from the consent agenda to be considered and discussed separately. Does anyone care to remove anything from the agenda? Okay.
Make a motion to accept consent agenda items 5A, B, and C as written.
Second.
Okay, motion made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item 6, action items. The council may vote to recess a public meeting and hold executive session on any item on this agenda pursuant to ARS 38-431.03A3 for the purpose of discussion or consultation for legal advice with the town attorney. Executive sessions are not open to the public and no action may be taken in executive session. Item 6A, consideration possible action to approve the Memorandum of Understanding between the town of Chino Valley and the Chino Valley Police Officers Association. Laura Kay. I'm maybe going to try that last name.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Okay, so the recommended action for this item is to approve the Memorandum of Understanding between the Town of Chino Valley and the Chino Valley Police Officers Association. So per town code, the Chino Valley Police Officers Association, or the CVPOA, has the right to meet and confer with town management on items such as benefits, wages, safety regulations, and other working conditions. We did receive a proposal from the CVPOA, and a meet and confer process occurred. Both Cindy Blackmore and myself met with the president of the CVPOA, Steve Sellers, and Dave McNally, the VP, who is here, of the CVPOA back in late March. They submitted this year 2 areas for consideration, and town management feels it can honor both on a town-wide employee level. But the final action comes from mayor and council to approve the Memorandum of Understanding. So as I mentioned, there were 2 items. So the first request was to provide performance increases for employees who are currently at or above the established maximum of their salary in their pay grade. So those employees capped out in their pay range will be evaluated annually, and if budget appropriate and approved by council every single year for those employees in that situation where they're capping out in their pay grade, they'll be paid out in a lump sum supplemental payment that would be equivalent to the value of the employee's merit increase. And that supplemental payment would be paid out at the same time that annual merit increases are paid out in July. So just to reiterate, the supplemental payment would not increase their set annualized wage, but it would give them that one-time payment equivalent that is equal to their merit increase. So they would receive that benefit for the pay for performance that is currently in place with the town. We currently have 1 employee that may fall into that situation next year. So not this coming fiscal year, but next fiscal year. And that person is in the police department. But the plan is to do a comp in class next year to ensure that our pay grades are set properly, that we're addressing potential compression issues, and to ensure that we're paying a competitive wage to our police officers. And then the second request is to increase standby pay for detectives from $1 an hour to a flat $250 a week. So we did conduct an Arizona-wide survey of other like entities, and 15 entities responded, and we agree. We do need to increase our standby pay. Our recommendation is to increase the standby pay from $1 an hour to $2 an hour in lieu of $250 a week, but it's basically equivalent. And the only reason we're recommending that, it's just for ease and administration through our Paycom system, our payroll system. So just to kind of give you an idea of what the projected cost would be, we pulled the standby pay from May 1st of 2020 through April 30th of 2021, and we paid out standby pay equivalent to $13,174. So we're projecting that our standby pay with this recommendation would be $26,500 for fiscal year 21-22. And those are the two items.
Thank you. Any questions, comments? This side?
Laura, is this something we can address every year? Is that what you stated?
The standby pay or the
Both.
Yes, so actually the first item, it would come before you every single year to see if it fits in the budget and council approves it. So
Okay.
yes, you're correct.
Thank you.
That I'll make a motion to approve the memorandum of understanding between the town of Chino Valley and the Chino Valley Police Officers Association.
Second.
Okay, motion in 2 seconds. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Since you're
Thank
in
you.
Mr. Turner's chair, would you like to do it? Make the motion to adjourn.
Make the motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We stand adjourned.
Have a good evening, everyone.
Wow, we did it. Good job.
No problem.